Hi, I'm Carmen Agradidi, and I'm here to help you with your young writers. Even the children that really do not like to write, when we get into story workshop and we orally work a story as a group, and we'll say, okay, but wait a minute, we're going to do a story about a giraffe that has no spots. And that's going to be our beginning. And at the end, we have to have some kind of an ending because they understand that I give them a very precise story structure. Aristotle's. So it's been around for a while. And don't pick on Aristotle either, okay? Just don't. There's a beginning, which sets up where we are, who we are. And then we have trouble, trouble, trouble. And then we have a denouement, which is a lovely word, which means we have an ending that makes sense. When we work within this very simple triad, set it up, give us a problem, and solve it. Children starting off with something that's very easy to wrap even young minds around. And I mean first and second graders. Once we're there, and I say, for example, all right, we have a giraffe that's escaped from a zoo and it has no spots. What's going to happen? And someone immediately, of course, is going to say, she needs to find her spots, or he needs to find his spots. So there's our trouble. Well, how are we going to find spots? How are we going to solve the problem? Let's see, this is like 2 minutes long. Where are we going to have this giraffe? New York. Okay, no, how about the Brooklyn Zoo? Breaks out of the Brooklyn Zoo. So some have a street painter paint, not stripes. We don't want a striped giraffe. Well, we could. That could be a different story. We have others that say that that the giraffe walks underneath somebody that's painting a sign, or they go to a tattoo parlor. There's always that kid, or. In this particular example, which I did use with in a class this spring, this child, and there's always that one kid, says, well, what if like a big truck comes by on the way back to the zoo and it's filled with giraffes with no spots? And it actually is like a kind of giraffe and it just didn't know it had other people. I think, just let them go long enough and they're going to come up with wonderful ideas. Once those kids start getting really excited, as they do when we work together, whether as a group or one-on-one, you as a parent with your child, once they start getting excited and they see that you're excited about their idea, their story, okay, so this little zygote was birthed within their own minds and then grew and grew and grew. They do the hard work. I start them off with a story, and then the second thing I have them do is not go directly to writing, especially if they are hesitant, resistant. They just hate writing. I just tell them, tell me what happens in the right order. That's all I want to know. You don't have to use punctuation. You don't have to capitalize. I'm gonna be on you like white on rice later with that, but not right now. I want you to just tell me what happens. It's a giraffe in the Brooklyn Zoo. It escapes. It meets this. It meets this. It meets this. It finds this, and this is how it ends. Okay. Now that you have in your head the actual plot, I want you to write your first draft. I can't stop them. We run out of time. Cranky Nana does not lie. Can we just stay I just got to finish my story. And usually it's the one child that, the teacher pulls me over and says, you're never going to get Joshua to do anything. I'm sorry. He hates to write. Why? Because we start with a story, something we can get behind. And if we think it's ours and we have ownership of it, you're talking to a dyslexic. Yes, a dyslexic. Go to the Yale Center for Dyslexia and you can read my story. And I will tell you, even the children who struggle with writing, if they can fall in love with the story, will do the hard work. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to get done. And the feeling you have when you finish something, especially something that is incredibly difficult, is almost incomparable to any other feeling of achievement. So there, says Cranky Nana.
For more information about teaching writing, please visit readingrockets.org. Writing SOS is produced through a partnership of the National Education Association and WETA.